let's normalize having fathers in their children's lives. And I'm saying this from a point of concern, from a point of me, my experiences as being a teacher, especially in a boys' school, from a point of having handled indiscipline cases. And in most instances, you realize that the fathers haven't been in these children's lives. So, like, there's a case that I was privileged to have been in. Um, the student came but had to go back because of drug issues. So he was found to have carried drugs. So yeah, these things happen. We have to be on the lookout. We have to watch our kids keenly. So having gone back home on the day of coming back for the clearance, the student came back with the mom. So upon questioning, it feels like this mom didn't really even sit down with the son and ask the son why he was even sent home. What made him go home? Why? What just happened to him? Because from what she said, it felt like the son just went home and didn't give the clear picture of why he was home. And so having gone home, the mother, the relatives are police from what she said. So they're in that department of being police people. So he took the son to be questioned with the police, but the information she was giving, it's like she doesn't even know the outcome of the supposed investigation. So teachers had to sit down, ask themselves how this person is going to be helped. And when you're talking to the child even doesn't know. It's like the mother hasn't realized, the changes the boy is going through. It could be the physical, it could be the mental. And having dealt with boys, I realized that most of the times, a lot of these boys go astray because they lack that straight person that would lead them to the correct path. And that is the father, because it's only the father that will help the boy grow as they're supposed to grow. Yeah, I understand. In today's world, there's a lot of separation. So people separate for various reasons. But it's so important that even if we separate, the father should be in the boy's life, because whatever the father will be impacting in the child is what the child will grow up with. But if the child grows up feeling like there's like he's free, he does whatever he wants and he gets away with it, that is why they're even bold coming back and feeling as if nothing has happened wrong. So on further questioning, when asked where the father was, the mother was like, the child is mine and I'm taking care of him. Yes, sometimes we we have to look at whatever we say, and we have to look at whatever we say in front of the child, because it felt as if this child and the father don't have a good relationship. We don't have to know the story, and we didn't even bother to ask about that. But it just made me realize that if we want to raise a society with men, a society with responsible male, a society that have men who are straight-headed, straightforward, then we have to have parents in their children's lives. No matter what happened between the mom and the dad, situations differ. But if you know that you're a father somewhere, learn to take up your responsibilities. And if you're a mom, whatever might have happened with you and the dad, please allow that child to have the father in his life. This is not for any other thing, but for him to grow up in the straight way. So, this child was in drugs. So having come with the mother, the mother was told to punish the child. So while being punished, he was supposed to be punished, but the child was like, he didn't want to be punished. And he said boldly that he didn't want to be punished. He wanted to take the mother aside, but he was forced to say whatever he wanted to say. So that led him to being sent home again. Now, if this child was somebody who had, you don't have to fear home, but there's a form of respect that you must just have, because we are Africans and we know how we're being dealt with. Millennials know. And maybe at that time we felt like some could have been extreme. But growing up, you realize that we are the way we are because of the discipline that we had at home at that particular time. Because there's a period when the child is young, be it a boy or a girl. If you don't discipline that child with that age at that particular time, then you've done nothing, and you'll start facing the consequences when this person is now a teenager. So a child is supposed to be disciplined while, from this age, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, still young. So whatever impact in the child at that time grows, she or he grows up with that. So that just made me realize that we do a lot of wrongs when we as parents, have our own problems, and then children stay in the middle. Because this boy is in drugs, this boy obviously feels like he has the thorax, like there's nothing can be done to him when he goes back home. And just like that, a child's life can be wasted. And so that made me question a lot of things, and it made me appreciate the fact that we had the kind of discipline we had while growing up. The fact that fathers have been in our lives, and we appreciate God for that. However, they were there. We should never demean the role of a father in the child's life. What are your opinions on this?